Hello, boys and girls. It's time for more stories with Grammy Cat. And today we're going to continue to read from the Usborne Farmyard Tales, the complete book of Farmyard Tales. And it's written by Stephen Cartwright and Heather Amory. So today the story we are going to read is The Grumpy Goat. Do you ever wake up sometimes in the morning or maybe from your nap time and you're just not happy? Well, that means you might be grumpy. Let's see what happens with the grumpy goat. Oh, look, this is Apple Tree Farm. This is Mrs. Boot. She's the farmer, and she has 2 children called Poppy and Sam, and a dog named Rusty. And look, this is Ted. Ted helps Mr. and Mrs. Boot on the farm. He's their worker. And he tells Poppy and Sam, "Let's go clean the goat's shed." And Sam asked, "Do you think she will let us? She's so grumpy now." What do you suppose made that goat grumpy? Let's find out. Oh, no! Well, she indeed looks very grumpy. That's Gertie the goat, and she's chasing Sam. And look, she butted him with her head, and he nearly fell over. Sam and Poppy and Rusty quickly ran out of the gate to get away from that grumpy old goat. Oh, my! Poppy quickly shut the gate. Can you see the broom is still in the garden with the grumpy goat? Oh, Gertie, why are you so grumpy? But they must get Gertie out of her pen so they can get to her shed over here. Sam said, "Wait, I have an idea." What is Sam's idea? He went to get a bag of bread. Come on, Gertie. Come on. Nice bread. You like bread. Come on, Gertie. So Gertie decided to eat it and the bag of bread, but she stayed in her pen. She would not come out. Poppy thought, "Let's try some fresh grass." Poppy pulled up some grass. She dropped it by the gate. And look, Gertie ate the grass, but then she trotted right back into her pen. Oh my, she's the most disagreeable goat ever. I wonder what ever made her become so grumpy. Well, Sam seems to have another idea. What do you suppose his idea is? Look, there's Gertie, and there's her shed, and it still needs to be cleaned. Well, Gertie doesn't butt Ted. I know she wouldn't butt Ted if I looked like Ted, she wouldn't butt me either, said Sam. So Sam ran off. Then, when Sam came back, he was wearing Ted's clothes. Do you think that worked? He found Ted's old coat and hat, and he decided to go into the pen. But Gertie still butted him, and look, Poppy is laughing. She thinks that's hilarious. I don't know, it probably didn't feel very good. I'm sure Sam doesn't think it's so funny. Look at Sam. I'll get a rope, said Poppy. So they went into the pen. Poppy tried to throw the rope over Gertie's head, but she completely missed. Wow, such a naughty goat. What happened next? Gertie chased all of them. Rusty ran out of the pen, and Gertie followed him right out. She's out, said Sam. Quick, shut the gate. Finally, grumpy Gertie the goat is not in her pen. Well, that seemed to work. What happens next? Let's find out. Sam and Gertie are able to clean the shed. Sam and Poppy are able to clean the shed. They sweep up the old straw and put it into the wheelbarrow. And then they spread fresh straw out all over the floor. Well, that looks like a very nice thing they're doing for their grumpy Gertie. Then Poppy opened the gate. Come on, Gertie, you can go back now, said Sam. And Gertie trotted back into her pen. Looks like she's happy to be back inside of her pen. It's like her living space. And her shed is her bedroom. You are a very grumpy old goat, said Poppy. We've cleaned out your shed, and look at you. You're still grumpy. Grumpy, grumpy Gertie. The next morning, they meet Ted. Come and look at Gertie now, says Ted. And they all went into the goat pen. Oh my, Gertie had a baby. A baby goat is called a kid. Gertie has a little kid. No wonder she was crabby. She was pregnant and she did not want to be bothered. Oh, it is so sweet, said Poppy. Gertie doesn't look grumpy now, said Sam. Well, you know, that explains a lot. What happens when you're hungry and you just don't feel like yourself? You get disagreeable. Maybe you start to whine. And you don't really want to, but that's just kind of the way you're feeling. And that happens to all of us. But just remember, boys and girls, the way that we think is going to determine the way that we feel. And when we feel happy, we treat other people with love and kindness. That's why it's important to always keep our thoughts in a good place, thinking kind and loving thoughts. So until next time, I love you. That ends another session with the Farmyard Tales. Bye-bye for now.